Hello and welcome to our team call. Tonight is February 2nd and we are in Team Cup month. What does Team Cup mean? It means that we work in teams of 5 and we are crushing our goals together. So by this time, guys, you might as well have already met up with your small teams and you've established what goals you want to meet during this month of your Team Cup. So for example, maybe this is your first time participating in a Team Cup and you want to set up some achievable goals. That would be you want to help 3 people in the month of February. If you've already had experience in the past and you want to, go a little bit higher, elevate your goals, then you want to reach out and help 5 people in the month of February. And if you have really amazing, huge, scary, hairy goals, then you want to set yourself up and perhaps help 10 people in the month of February. In the month of February, you'll notice that you will be able to speak to people and help them solve the problems that they may have. And at the end of the day, that's what we do day in and day out. The only difference is that now we're doing it as a team. All right. So what I want to do right now is I want to share the screen with you because I want to share a few things that I prepared for us, and that way we're all on the same page. So the goal for today is basically to focus on what can we do to be more productive this month and from here on forward. As you know, the theme of our team this year is to be inspired to grow in action, because we may have very good intentions, but unless we move and we make things happen, we're really not seeing the difference or the change. All right, so that's what we want to do. That's the goal today, to give you ideas on how to be more productive, because most of you will have full-time jobs and you do this as a part-time basis. So how can you actually do more with little time in your hands? I want you to save the dates, as we have said in the past, because this year we are determined to grow in many areas. And the first thing that I know from past experience is that in order to grow, you need to surround yourself by like-minded individuals and people who will teach you other things that you may not know, or that you've heard it in the past, but somebody else shares it and it becomes an aha moment. So I will refer to the Team Conquer calendar in a few, but for now, I want you to notice that our health bet from January 9th will end on January 5th. That's basically Sunday. So that means it's our job to celebrate not only our success, but success of everyone who participated in the health bet. So if you're in the Challenge Tracker app and you've noticed that some people have been very frequent and they've been posting, it doesn't matter if they're your personally sponsored coach or they're just your teammate. Highlight them. Give them kudos for participating, for showing up, for sharing a recipe, for being there as your source of motivation. And then again, you have to use it as your opportunity, your window of opportunity, and share and recognize the differences and the changes that have happened in your life because you committed to 30 days of just working out and drinking Shakeology. So that's your opportunity right there. For those of you who are in the local area in New York City, we will be having a women empowerment event, and it will be launched, the event, on Facebook, hopefully this weekend, and that way you can start learning about all of the location and all of that. So mark the calendars and know that March 18th should be open for you to surround yourselves with like-minded individuals. Super Saturday is April 8th, and it doesn't matter if you're in New York, as long as you are important anywhere in the US, Canada, or Puerto Rico, you can attend a Super Saturday. And again, these are your opportunities to network and get to know other people who, like you, are looking to expand, to grow, and to become business owners and to become entrepreneurs. So we will have more information about the upcoming Super Saturdays, but for now, jot down that date. The next important and big event that will be happening is going to happen in July, and that is Summit. Summit is a place, it's a huge event where everybody gets together, all the coaches. Last year we went, I've been going now for 4 years. This will be my 5th one. And every time we go, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of lessons learned. There's a lot of community building. There's a lot of excitement, and all of the things that are new and upcoming in the company will be shared at Summit. And also, you will get to see the trainers live in center. You get to work out with them, and you get to experience what Beachbody is all about. This is going to happen in New Orleans on July 13th through July 16th. If you want more information, check out the FAQs 3011 and also coachsummit.com. Now, I wanted to go back to the calendar. As I mentioned before, can you see, let me see, stop share, and now I have to share again. I want to share with you the calendar. I actually thought that Beachbody, they are being so amazing. This came in as an email. It came in as a document for Team Cup captains. And they basically gave us the breakdown on what February should look like. And you can type in. So what I did was I added our events and our team calls in the calendar. So you will notice that all Thursdays are taken up. So this Thursday, the February 2nd, we have our Team Conquer call. Next Thursday, we're not having a team business call, but we will have the meeting of the healthy minds. And this one will be exciting. We will have an actual real person sharing their transformation story. So you want to make sure that you are available for that day, but that you also invite your prospects, you invite your customers, and you invite the people in your downline. They won't know unless you let them know, right? And we want them to know what is it that we do, and we will share the Zoom link so that you can also invite them. That's also another way for you to expose people and let them know what we are all about, okay? So that's going to happen February 9th. That's Thursday. The following Thursday, February 16th, we will have an interactive live power hour, because at this time of the month, we're going to have a whole bunch of objections. We're going to have amazing things and questions that we want to close, because again, we're in the month of February where we have huge goals that we want to crush. So we will work together, come up and hold ourselves accountable to working a live power hour. And I'll share a little bit more of what happens in a live power hour as we get into the details of productivity. And then on February 23rd, we will have another meeting of the healthy minds. So what we're trying to do in Team Conquer is not only focus on the business aspect, but also focus on results. Focus on getting results and helping people achieve results. So for that one, I'm going to be recruiting stories, people who want to share their story, their success stories. And we will do sort of like a blitz of transformations that Thursday. And again, it will be based on meeting of the healthy minds. And we're going to open it up to our prospects so that they get to know what it is that we are all about. For those of you who are in the local area, we are meeting tomorrow in New Jersey in Coffee Beans from 10:30 to 1 p.m. And the 24th of February, that's another Friday, we're going to be meeting up for those of you who work and you want to make it after work. We're going to be there from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in Cafe 181 Cabrini. So make sure you jot down those dates and you come and get together with us. What will we do in these meetups? We will work. We will share tips on apps and how to do. I will help you close deals if you need me to. We can come up with posts. We can work, whatever it is. That's what we do when we get together in coffee shops. And then you have ideas for the invites to a challenge group. So you should be inviting on the 6th of February and on the 20th of February as well. So that's that. And now I'm going to go back to here. Screeching. Okay, the window was closed. Oh, I'm learning something new. All right. So back to our conversation here with the topic. Now we're going to go back to the area of opportunity for the month of February. Basically, in February, we have Usually we would have amazing sales and all these, this program is on sale and that one is on sale. Well, right now we have the entire library for sale. So basically anything and everything that has been created by Beachbody, the library of the workouts is available and at the fingertips of anyone who chooses to purchase an all access pass. As you know, some people have not yet upgraded. They feel sort of apprehensive about getting the all access pass because they're like, what if I don't want Shakeology for the full year? Then my answer to that is start off, use it for the first 30 days. If you don't like it, you don't have to continue it, but you still have your full membership for one whole year. And you get to work out for the entire year and try the products. Should you continue, then all you need to do is have the $99. So read up on what is available through the All Access Pass and offer that as the initial challenge pack that you want others to start with, because basically they're missing out if they don't do this, right? They're not gaining, because like what I say to people is if they have never worked out, I'll start them off with the 21-day fix program. And I'll say for the first 21 days, your focus is going to be to establish your habits. After your 21 days, now you are ready to move into a 30-day program. So then I'll move them in either to the Core de Force workout, or I can even move them into the P90, or Power 90, depending on where they are in their fitness level. And then I'll say to them, you can continue on that and follow another program if you feel like Turbo Fire after that. And they don't have to purchase these programs every time they decide they want to commit to the program. It's basically there at their fingertips. So it's really like a no-brainer. In the past, we would say, okay, your 21-day fix is up. Now you have to purchase Core de Force. Everything is unlocked. Some people have asked me, Uniris, I don't have access to like the deluxe program or the deluxe calendar. And you do, but you have, let's say, for example, if you purchase Core de Force, the physical DVDs, you don't have the physical DVDs of the deluxe. You would have to buy those physically. But if you want the all access on demand, all you need to do is upgrade your on-demand services so that you can see all of the workouts that have ever been created under the Beachbody umbrella. Okay? Now, let's talk about becoming productive. We all know that we feel busy. I know for my times, like sometimes I got to slap myself and bring myself into life and be like, okay, Uniris, you have to stop being like walking around in circles, because if I don't have a focus, I don't accomplish anything. I'm here, I'm there, I'm not finishing anything. So if you notice on the invitation, there was this woman with a whole bunch of hands up in the air. And sometimes that's how I feel. I'm cooking, I'm listening to a personal development book, I'm probably going to answer the phone, and then I'm thinking about Instagram, and then I'm going to post on Facebook, and I'm really not engaging in anything. So instead of doing that, I need to be productive. So some of the things that, yes, you can do if you're listening, you can listen to your personal development while you wash the dishes, but always know that if, like I keep a notepad around me, because there's going to be things that are going to come to you that are going to be worthy of a post while you're listening to that personal development. So have the intention, even while you're washing the dishes, on what am I learning from this so that I can then share it with someone else, right? Sometimes we feel like I'm busy, right? Because you're all up in everyone's business on Facebook. You're scrolling through the feed and you're getting wrapped up into the Facebook hole. You're not really accomplishing anything because all you're doing is just scrolling up and letting time pass you by. And when you look up at the clock, it's already been an hour and you have not invited anyone. You have not commented something productive on a prospect. You haven't added any new friends into your list. You have basically done nothing. You've been very busy. Now, same thing can happen on Instagram. On Instagram, you can go and check out what this coach is doing, and you can go check out what that coach is doing. And then you feel like, oh, damn, but I'm so far behind. I'm not even there. How do they do it? And all these thoughts come and bombard you in your mind, and then you're paralyzed and you don't know what else to do. Whereas you can be going in with a focused intention, knowing exactly what you're going to do. So for that, we have lists. And I'll talk a little bit more about those in a few. So sometimes we feel like we're actually doing something, we're being productive because we're posting, right? We're posting. So I've asked people like, how's your engagement on Instagram? How's your engagement on Facebook? And they'll say to me, I posted, it's up there, it's there. And I'll say to them, but I haven't seen your face. You haven't taken a selfie in like weeks. I haven't seen a sweaty picture of yourself in ages. I wouldn't even know that you work out if I looked at your page. What program are you doing again? Do you drink Shakeology? Because I don't see that anywhere on your Facebook. I see lots of pretty words, like those words that you got from Pinterest. I see a lot of those little picture cards that you would, find on memes or stuff like that, but nothing that represents who you are. I don't know if you're married. I don't know if you have children. I don't know if you like to jog. I don't know if you own a bike. I don't know if you have a car. I don't know if you drive. I don't know because you haven't posted that, but you've been busy posting all of these other cute quotes and funny jokes that have nothing to do with what your intention is in growing the business. So you have a workout picture, you do, but you have a sweaty picture that says, it feels so good to work out today. Awesome. And what does that do to me that I'm a total stranger and I don't know who you are and what would this workout mean to you? Now you have to tell me every time you post a workout picture, like, and what? Good for you, you sweat. Some people will even put their picture and not even write what came out of their workout. So don't just put things out there because that's busy work. That's doing things just to do them without any intention, without any purpose. You want to have a purpose. You want to have a reason behind everything you do. So whenever you're going to work out or you're going to drink your Shakeology or you're going to read a personal development, turn on your so what button and ask yourself, all right, so I worked out today. Did I want to work out? How did it make me feel when I worked out? What happened while I was working out? Did I learn something about myself? And you just have to write one sentence about that and your workout is completed. Why? Because now you're teaching someone what that workout did for you. Now that we have Instagram stories, you can be real. You can say, here I am. I just finished my workout. I'm going to have my Shakeology because I have it every day. Today I'm going to have it with whatever you made it. I create a routine so that everybody now expects that I'm going to post my dinner on Instagram stories. And I have people messaging me like, what did you eat tonight? Because they want to know what I had for dinner because now they're getting used to the whole strategy of me posting between 6 and 8 p.m. I post my dinner. And that creates conversations. And that's exactly what you want. You don't want to just be busy. You don't want to just post. You want to have a relationship. You want to create conversations and you want to add value to people's lives. So that's why you want to always think, so what? I understand that doing this can take up a lot of time. And for those of you who work, you're like, well, Onidis, I don't have the time like you do. I can't spend hours on Instagram and I can't spend hours on Facebook. I work, I have a full-time job and I understand that. So here's what I say. I say, make time for your priorities. Your priorities include you, always you first. And it sounds selfish, but it means that you have to be taken care of first. So your workout is a non-negotiable and it has to be scheduled into your daily living. I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you have a husband. I don't care if you have a full-time job. You must work out if you are a fitness business coach. Because what are you helping others achieve if you yourself are not walking the walk? And if you go to the gym or you work out from home, you need to share what it is that you're doing. Because at the end of the day, that is the type of person that you're going to attract. So show up first in your personal life. Then show up with your family. Because guess what? When you give yourself me time, you give yourself you time, You're actually pouring life into yourself. So now you're gaining energy and you're a happier person so that you can tackle the day with happiness. Then you make time for your family, and that's a non-negotiable. I'll share with you, for example, Sundays for me, I don't negotiate my Sundays with anyone. I don't, because that's my family time. That's the time I go to church. That's the time I devote to my family. If I have 4 Saturdays in the month, I open my calendar and I schedule one Saturday to make sure it's all family. I don't because right now I'm doing a lot of live trainings. I'm traveling, I'm going to places. I'm more out there. Maybe you don't have that situation and you don't have to schedule the day, but I have to keep a balance. I don't steal from my family. I have them present and I'm present for them. But when I'm business, I'm working. Like tonight is one of those nights where I scheduled with my husband. He knows that dinner is taken care of by him. Dishes are done by both of us. We help each other out, and I'm gone by 8:00, 8:30. Usually the kids go to bed. He puts them to bed because this is business time. I'm working. Thursday nights and Tuesday nights are my nights to do phone calls, to get on calls with my team, and to do one-on-one mentorships at night. My other days, like Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, I work during the day to meet up with my people, and I schedule that up, right? I keep a bracket open so that I know what time I'm allowing for that, so that I'm not just giving to my team. I'm not just giving to my family. I'm dividing myself up. So whatever that time looks like for you, that's what you need to do. You need to work it out. And some things you're going to have to tweak because not every day will look the same. Some days will be perfect. Your schedule will run amazingly well. But some days you're going to have to be okay with not doing everything that you had on your list of things to do. But one thing is for sure, the more you try, the better you get at it. And the more efficient you become. I remember 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I established that on Tuesdays were going to be the days that I was going to take 1 hour to video at least 2 or 3 trainings for my team. And that was hard. I wouldn't take an hour. It would take me 3 hours to record 3 videos for my team. Now it takes me 10, 15 minutes and I will get it done. Why? Because I've gotten into the routine and the practice. You don't get good by waiting. You get good by doing and putting everything into action. I don't check in and live in my Facebook groups. I don't live in my chats. I used to, because I used to feel as though if I was, and I'm in 100,000 chats, right? And I felt that if I was not responding right away to the chats or to the conversation, that I was being rude. But what I learned was the chats are there to hold information, and they will always be there. That information isn't going anywhere. It is my responsibility as a leader to know to check in to those chats to see if there's any questions that are lingering that I can answer, or if there's any information that as a leader or as my own business owner, I can capture and use and jot down. What I do, if let's say, for example, I notice that there's a chat, I'm in Saudi's chat, right? So there's over 500 messages by the time I check them. And I'll scroll through and I'll find information that seems valuable to me. You know what I do? I click on it and I forward it to myself. So I have my own chat with Unides. And all I do is I send information to me because I know it won't get lost in the scroll of life. And I also know to look in the picture section of the chat to see if there's anything I can capture and use later on. So my way of checking into the group is morning, right after I post my workout. And I go in, I post my personal accountability picture with my workout and whatever I'm going to say. And then I will check the maybe 10 posts that are more frequent or more are right on top. And then at night, right before bedtime, I'll go in again and I will check and comment and and answer any questions or add value as needed in the group. but I don't go there in and out. I don't. I think of everybody, but I don't live there because I have to devote time in my recruiting. I have to be present in other places. Also, I don't check email all day long. I check email at one specific time. So I have blocks of days and blocks in my day in which I do that. I respond to all messages that people have asked. I go in and I'll answer all of the messages at once, and I'll do the same with my emails. And as you grow, you'll see I have 3 emails account. So I check 3 different places, and I do that at one block of time. And then I have another block of time where I devote only to developing relationships, where I'm interacting and I'm creating and talking to people. And at this point, I'm doing Instagram stories. I'm browsing through, and whatever captures my attention, I ask, I comment. I'll go on Snapchat and I'll do the same. I'll comment on a few people, and like, let's say someone snapped and they were in Bushwick. I'm like, oh my God, what were you doing in my hometown? Someone is on Instagram stories and they are sharing, like, this girl was drinking something that it was like an aloe vera detox bottle that looked like a juice. And I said, is that sweet? All I said was that, and now we're having a conversation. So she told me it wasn't. And then I went back and I said to her, how long is your detox for? And she's probably going to tell me she's not detoxing. She's just drinking that because she thinks it's healthy. And then I'll say to her, are you on a healthy journey? Are you looking to, lose weight? And that's how I start the conversation with people. And on my Instagram, she'll notice that every day I post my workout, that I'm inviting to a challenge group, that I am a normal person, that I'm real, that I care. And she will eventually say, you know what, I need your help. What can I do? What can you do to help me? So I spend time interacting with people, and I schedule that up. When I was working full time, what I used to do was in the morning, right before I left my house, I would go in and comment on a few people on my challenge group, then go to work. Then during lunchtime, I would go ahead and now create relationships with the people that I commented on their pictures. And I used to use the 3-2-1 thing. So I would go like 3 pictures, comment on 2, and then acknowledge or ask a question on one of them. And that helps because that helps you remember that you're going to do something with them. And then during the nighttime, I would put my kids to bed. And after I washed the dishes, I did the lesson plan. And then that's my 2 hours I would devote to working the business. So I would say as a part-time business owner, I did 4 hours of business, focused, intentional activities in my business. And I grew little by little. I remember earning like $150, and then it went up to $400, and then it went up to $600, and now I'm up to the $1,000 a week. So it takes time to grow. It takes hard work to grow, but eventually you will see the fruits of your labor, and it will be worth it. And you'll get good at it. It doesn't mean that at times you're going to be like, I don't know what to post. And if you're taking too long to post, I'm going to come up with some ideas for you so that you can come up with your post in a jiffy. All right. So another habit that you will create for success will be actually spending time creating content so that you have intention. So what I like to do is I think ahead of myself. And did I write it here or did I not? Yes, I have my schedule here, so I'm going to share with you. I follow, as you know, from being a teacher, I work very rote-like. So everything is like theme-based, or it's based on a week or based on a day. And it works for me to kind of use what I was strong in my career and bring it over to my fitness business. So what I do is I create 4 to 5 posts on a daily basis on my Instagram and on my Facebook page. What I do is I know that I have 4 vital behaviors, right? So I know that I am supposed to work out and drink my Shakeology and eat healthy on a daily basis if I want to see results. So one of my posts will be related to fitness. My other post will be related to something nutrition, either what I eat or what I shopped for, or I'm going to share something that is beneficial to my health. Maybe some fruits that I learned. Like I just found a new vegetable that I'm like researching. What's it called? Jicama. I had never had jicama before, and now I don't even know what to do with it. So I'm researching the jicama to see what can I do with it. It tastes like cane, um, but it's a vegetable. I thought it was a fruit. So I'm going to share with people whatever I come up with. I'm going to share with people because it's my life and it's what I do. So I'm going to share it. Then I'm going to share something that has to do with what I learned in my personal development, whether that was through my spiritual development or through my business development or something that I'm reading. So I will share. That's why my ears and my everything is plopped up, and I'm thinking about what am I learning and how can I share that with someone else. And then I do something personal, something that relates to Uniris. So Uniris is a lot of things. Uniris is a woman that gets her period, who gets anxious, who gets sad, who gets happy, who has emotions, who is distracted by society, who gets angry at things, who has political opinions, but respects others, who has a strong faith. Uniris likes to do certain things that make her feel joyous. Anything, like whatever Uniris is, as Uniris the woman, but then Uniris is also a mother. Uniris has 2 children. One of them who is special needs. The other one needs a lot of support at school. I have a headstrong child, someone who asks very questions and who tests my patience. I have one of those children who likes to, just do life and be at peace. I can speak about those things. I'm also I'm a business person, so I'm always surrounded by women. I get together with people. I get on the phone with people. I speak with others. I meet up at coffee shops. I share that with people. I don't have a good sense of fashion. That's something that a lot of women feel sorry for me. And I use that to my advantage. They connect with me because if I'm going to shop for shoes, I need their opinion. I don't know which shoe to buy because I would buy the most comfortable one. And my sister, of course, would disagree because she thinks I should go with the more cute ones because you could suffer with comfortable shoes. Anyways, that's a long story. So I use me, like I am that person, and I'm not embarrassed to say that I'm okay with walking out of my house without makeup. I'm good with that. I'll share about that. I'll ask people to tell me about a good lipstick that I'm supposed to use. So those are my personal posts. Sometimes I like today, I had a phone conversation with my mom, and I haven't spoken to her in like 3 days because we speak now through WhatsApp, through a voice messaging thing. But I heard her voice and that filled my heart with joy. So I found a picture of her and my father and I posted about that. Awesome. That just has nothing to do with the business, but it has to do with who Uniris is. Uniris is a daughter. Uniris is a wife. Sometimes I go out with my husband. We go on a date. We watch a movie. I don't even know what movie we want to watch. I'll post what movie should we watch. I want to go out to dinner. I don't know what restaurant I want to go to. I interact with people. I use those hashtags to now be part of that. You know what I mean? So now I'm putting myself in a position where I am relatable. I'm not Shakeology. I am not Beachbody. I am not just a coach. I am not the fitness guru. I am a human. And that brings me to the whole thing of don't use Shakeology. Don't use Shakeology as a hashtag, Beachbody as a hashtag, P90X. You could use Core de Force and like the program you're doing. Why? Because other people are doing the same. And if somebody purchases like Core de Force on Amazon or they purchase it off of the website and you posted Core de Force and they connect with you, you can become their coach because they obviously have no connection to a coach and you can be their coach if you have that relationship with them. I have actually build my business like that. Like I'll ask someone, oh, you're doing 21 Day Fix like I am or like I was. And do you have a coach? And some of them would be like, no, I'm working on my own. And I'll say, because they'll ask, like, what do you use that container for? What recipe is that? And I'll say, you have a coach? Are you part of a support group? And they'll say no. And that's when we have the conversation. So yes, you can use the fitness, the workout hashtag, but also think about hashtags that relate to you, things that you have an opinion on, and things that represent who you are. Okay. Now, so you have the 4 to 5 daily posts, and they should be, again, fitness related, something nutritional related, something personal, and your post will always have a message. One of your posts a day. So a message, we use the words call to action. So the person has read your message. What do you want them to do with that information? So we call this, now you're going to invite them. You want them to do something with the information that they have. So now you will say, comment below. Let's say you're doing a fitness invitation. You're having a challenge group that will be starting February 20th. And the challenge group is going to solve a problem about nutrition and helping people stay accountable with their fitness. And if they're interested in looking for support, they can comment, they can like this picture, or message me below for more information. Sometimes you can say, can you relate to this? Tell me if this is something that has happened to you. Now you're telling them, this is something that I'm going through. Has this ever happened to you? It doesn't always have to be like, join me, be part of me. It's something as like you would say to a friend, like you're having a conversation and you're leaving it open-ended, giving them like a course of action. Like, what do you want me to do with this information? Sometimes, like you've seen, my sister and I will go live on Facebook. We'll post it on Instagram and we'll say, hop on over on Facebook at 5 o'clock. I'm going to be going over my recipe for a chofan, and then I'll be prepared at 5 o'clock and I will be there live to show them what it is that I do. And maybe on Instagram story at 4:55, I will be like, remember, I'm getting ready for my live on Facebook. So I'll put my name there, head on over. Sometimes I will say in advance, I'm going to be going to such and such place. If you know of anyone or that would be interested in participating, please comment or tag them below. And that way someone who is local can also get tagged if we're doing like a fit club or a super Saturday or something like that you want to network. Always tell the person what it is that you want them to do. When you see that someone likes, comments, and actually likes your post, that gives you permission to have a conversation with them. That's your open door. You told them to knock. They're knocking. Now it's your job to answer. Now it's your job to interact with them. Don't assume that they just liked it to be nice to you. Now, the other question is, you must always be adding new people to your feed, because if the same people are liking your post and you're constantly asking the same people the same questions, thank you so much for liking my post. Are you interested in learning more about my health journey? They already know that. You've already asked them. There's no other way. You can ask them 20 different ways. Now you have to add new people into your stream of friends. And that's why your Instagram page, your Facebook page should always be public. And you should be adding at least 20 to 50 new people into your feeds. Because if you don't have new eyes, you're basically not going to have anybody to talk with. Now, you get new eyes through Instagram Live stories. So basically, a lot of people who see your Instagram Live, because you're public, will automatically they will be seeing your thing. So you can go on the people who viewed your stories, and you can actually request to follow them or to be their friends. On Facebook, you're going to have to be a little bit more intentional. So first, you'll start by building off of your friends of friends list. Then you'll add people who have similar likes to you. And we can go on to more details with that, because that would be growing your network. And this is not that conversation. So, and I could spend hours on that, but just so that you know, there's different ways for you to grow your social media network. So now let's be consistent. You started off and you said that you were doing a program. The program is 21 days, the program is 30 days, the program is 90 days. Whatever number of days your program is, make it your job, whether one person likes it or a million people like it. Show up. Show up and be there. If you said you're hosting a challenge group that starts February 6th, I want you to go February 6th and say, I'm so excited for the amazing group of people that are getting started with our challenge. You are building trust and showing people that what you mean is business and you're real and you're true. Now, you have a calendar. And as I said, I am pretty much very methodical in that sense, where I work in order. So Monday is it's a mindset for me. Like, I first begin with me. What gets Uniris out of bed? What motivates Uniris to work out? Who is Uniris constantly in love with, right? That's a man. So I'll post either something that makes my mindset shift, or something that motivated me. That's where I'll post. It could either be my words, like I have this, you've seen my Instagram. I'll start my day with an inspirational quote and my lesson of that, and then I'll do a fitness, and then I'll do something nutritional. So I do my schedule that way. On Tuesdays, I may share a tasty recipe, or I'll share tips on things that I'm good at. So some of the things that I'm pretty good at, I know how to raise a child. I raised 2. So I'll share child rearing things. I'm pretty good at cooking. I'll share a lot of my cooking recipes. I'm pretty good at showing up and being a good friend. So I'll share tips about that. I'm pretty good at, I don't know, organizing this. I'm going to just give you ideas. Organizing my closets. I may show people how I organize my closet. I'm pretty good at doing makeup. There's a huge niche, a huge market doing that. I share with people what I'm good at. That's on Tuesdays. Then you want to close your nights on Tuesdays. You'll notice that everybody and their mother is posting a transformation picture. Well, why shouldn't you do it too? Usually by 8:00 p.m. is the best time for you to post a transformation picture. Don't post it at 7 in the morning on a Tuesday, because people don't want to know. What they want you to do is to inspire them, to motivate them to get to work, because they don't want to go to work. So if you're traveling and you're also in the train and you're suffering and you find like a funny thing, a funny joke that helps you, share that, because that's what people need. Laughter. They need to love life. And that's what we're here to do, help them do that. And then later on, when they're tired and exhausted and depressed and they need a pick-me-upper, that's when you're going to inspire them with a transformation story, whether it's your own or it's someone from the team. Then Wednesday comes. Wednesdays, I like to use wisdom Wednesday, something that, like a wise owl, so you will know people will come back to your page seeking that advice. And it could be as simple as something your grandmother used to tell you. It can be as simple as a woman you admire. And you can use it as well as a Wednesday where you're going to post a business opportunity. So you're in this and you've now been surrounded by women who are inspirational and who are seeking something more out of life. So now your goal is to invite them to be part of your circle of friends, and they can do the same thing you do. So you invite them, and that's your business opportunity. And then you have Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Think about the year you were born. Think about the things you did when you were growing up. Think about the pains you've overcome. Think about the funny things, like go back to funny moments, to throwback. Like there's a lot to talk about on throwback. So think about that. Think about the neighborhood, the street you grew up in. Think about elementary school. Think about all of the things that make you who you are today. Because again, that's going to help you connect with people. It's going to help you relate to others. It's going to help others trust you because you're similar to them. You've overcome the same situations that they have. And your page is not only like, oh no, now she turned into this crazy nuthead that all she does is drink a shake and work out. I don't want to talk to her. Like, that's all she does. On a Friday, my sister does this Flex It Friday, which stretches your mind. I love that because it makes you think of what is making me get out of my comfort. What are some of the fear, like I use it as a fearless Friday. So something that I fear less. I am going to do something that scares me, or I may share something that used to scare me and no longer does. I will share something that fitness has allowed me to do. So I could do a flashback Friday. I can think about Friday joy. People are all excited because the weekend is now here. Well, I add to that. Like, what am I going to be doing this weekend? What are you going to be doing this weekend? And I have conversations with people. Saturdays, I like to keep it family time. And if I go to the supermarket, you'll notice that I'll post my picture of the ingredients that I bought. I'll share with people because obviously I'm changing my lifestyle and I'm sharing that with them. It's not top secret. Like, I went to Trader Joe's, I went to Stop and Shop, I found this tea and I have it here and this is what I have. Not rocket science. And then I'll share with them that I'm doing meal prepping and I'm going to be sharing with them my recipes. And I will actually think like this week I'm going to cook this and I'm going to go live on that on Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? So you kind of build your life up that way so that you're not just, oh, wait a second, I got to do Beachbody right now. Beachbody is part of who you are because obviously you're changing your life. So you're sharing that with other people. Then Sundays, I usually go to church. I spend time with my family. It's a non-negotiable. I don't negotiate my time with family, but my phone and me, we're friends. I'll post my post in the morning. I'll post if I'm at church, whatever lesson I learned from church. That's my personal development of the day. And then before bedtime, I will post a Sunday business opportunity or a challenge group opportunity. Why? Because Sunday nights, people are bored out of their minds and they're having the blues. They don't want to go to work and they're looking for ideas on what can they do to be better, to do better. And I'm here. I want to help you. I want to solve your problem. And this is what I can do. And that's what I would do on a Sunday night. Especially this Sunday where everybody is going to be on junk food overload. My best practice would be to share either a 3-day cleanse results and say, I'm so excited. This is the way I start all of my clients. They start off with a 3-day cleanse. And this one just lost 8 pounds in 3 days without starving herself. Guess what? People on Monday morning will open up their Instagram first thing because now they're feeling bloated and they're feeling tired and they feel like, damn, they ate too much pizza and the buffalo wings were too much. I should be part of that group because if I lose 8 pounds, that's really good. So then they'll like your post and you'll follow up with them. And that's, guys, how you do the productivity. So you're doing things with intention. You're not just busy. You're not just playing on the phone. You're actually effective in everything that you do. So now I'm going to ask you, I told you how, before I go, or before I open up for questions. So we're doing this live Power Hour group on Team Eagle, which is part of our bigger team. And it's a separate group for people who want to know, to devote time on what are the things they need to grow their business seriously. So in this group, we shared a daily goal tracker, and I will share the image of this in the Team Conquer page so that you also have it. And it's great because it helps you track your daily activities so that you are productive. Did you work out? Did you drink your shake? Did you read or listen to 15 minutes of personal development? Did you add 5 new contacts? Did you send happy birthday messages on Facebook or on Instagram? Did you send 10 hey girls messages to people? Did you follow up with the people who you said hey girl to? Did you invite 10 people physically, like invite them? Hey girls, so I know you've been following me for a while. Have you seen that I'm going to be opening up a group? It's going to start February 20th. Would you be interested in learning more about it? that's a direct invitation you have to do 10 times. Have you checked in your challenge groups? Have you posted for 3 times that day? Have you listened or learned something from your team calls or from the back office? And have you posted in any of your other social media? So those are some of the things that when you don't know what to do, they will give you an idea on what you should be doing. And then we have the same idea on a little bit more, it's basically a power hour. So what you would be doing in an hour of your focused business interaction. So you don't do this all day long. You do this throughout your day, and you do them in blocks of time. You don't get it all done because that would overwhelm anybody. So at this moment, if you have any questions or anything to add that I may have forgotten or that I may have confused you, please feel free, Javier, to share or to ask. Not all at once. Hi, Carmen. All right. I'm going to check the chat. Okay. All right, guys. So